Hello, hello everybody, and welcome to this reading for all signs that I'm doing because tomorrow, the 7th, is the full moon. So I usually do a reading to see what the next moon cycle will bring. So I call upon my spirits and any angels nearby and my ancestors and guides, and I hope they will be here to assist us in this reading to get the messages through. And I was actually thinking about doing something about the like for the feminine energies on the left side and the masculines on the right. So I haven't figured out the spread yet, but I just well, let's see how it goes. Okay, so this card came kind of in the middle, and it's the 5 of Pentacles. So this might be something that goes for all of us. 5 of Pentacles is can be a card about being like an outsider, as we see here in this picture. And the snow is still here, yes, because it's Mars. It's kind of being on the outside looking in, and doesn't have to mean that you're poor. It can also feel like this when you are amongst people, that you're more of a watcher and an observer for this period of time for some reason. But also something that worries you a little. Perhaps this is going to be a month with some challenges of how to come in from the cold. And that's a Marley song. Perhaps we should listen to it. And the next card is another 5. It kind of flew this way, so I'm putting it here on the masculine side. So this is another 5. 5, 5, and this is the 5 of Cups. And this is a bit different 5 of Cups, because usually there are 3 cups who are spilt over and 2 cups standing, but here are 3 cups standing, so it's a bit more. But it's I guess kind of the masculine collective, and this can also be you if you're a woman. This can be an aspect of you, of course, because we have both masculine and feminine within us. It's just like the feminine energy is on our left side and the other one is on our right. But that's something for you to read about more. But then I'm thinking that is something to do with our pride that has been hurt. Like perhaps we have tried this thing with love. Another song, I think, called Love with Johnny Cash, which is a song about like a big strong man, and he was, even if he was that big, he was brought down by this thing called love. And it doesn't have to mean that like nobody loves you, but perhaps you are feeling with these 2 cards in combination that it's difficult for you to fit in the role in a relationship or something like that. But the positive thing with this card is that it's kind of just an illusion, this, that you have lost everything, because you really haven't, because you have more left than what you have lost. And if you put these cups upright again, if you get up and try again, they will be filled, because life is never it's not served on a silver platter, not all of it at least. If we have money, perhaps we have to struggle for love, and if we have love, perhaps we have to struggle to survive, or with our health or whatever. We always have to get up and try. So that's what I'm feeling. So take the next card here for the ladies then, or the feminine aspect of us. Too many cards. Feminine side, please. Here. And here we can see, here is a 6. So it's the 6 of Pentacles. And we can see here a bit more balanced energy. Because here is someone who has enough to share. It's kind of an abundant environment. And we can see here this man reaching out to another one who is about to receive, and it's like giving with joy, kind of. I'll just continue and see what comes. So perhaps this is a way to feel connected again. If we have been in this 5 of Pentacles, feeling on the outside, we have to share more of ourselves. And it's not necessarily money. You can, if you like invite someone to a meal, if you kind of share what's going on with your life with someone, you can create a sense of belonging. And here we have the Knight of Swords as the next card. And yeah, I forgot to say, this is a nice deck. It's called a Herbal Tarot. So for each card there is a plant or an herb, and here is a cherry blossom, and it made me think about spring and beautiful trees, cherry blossom trees. So Knight of Swords. So and this card kind of came here in the middle, I thought. So it's kind of like this. If I don't know if it's something that we're going to choose, or something that is more of a calling. But with this card here, feeling on the outside, perhaps we can kind of go and slay dragons instead, like and fight for justice, or Knight of Swords can be a bit edgy, even if very intelligent and idealistic. So perhaps this makes us kind of angry, is what I'm feeling with this combination here. And also kind of, it's not only a bad thing to be this way, because when we are in this 5 of Pentacles here, we kind of need to get up and fight a little. So let's see what happens on this masculine side. 9 of Pentacles. So this is where we want to, it's like even if the masculine here is feeling that kind of this is what we lost. We haven't lost, we still have like the material things around us, because 9 of Pentacles is about having plenty. But the way I see this combination here, this is dark grapes, And the way these chalices with the red stuff has fallen over, I think it might be someone drinking a bit more wine than usual in Mars, and it might have to do with like feeling heartbroken or kind of defeated. It doesn't have to be like a relationship. Sometimes you can just feel a bit down here, and then, of course it can also be like that this man has this dream woman here in her red dress, looking very beautiful, and kind of he still hasn't let go of the vision of her, is what I'm feeling. There is someone like this in this person's life as well, except for except for the dark grapes. Okay, let's see what's happening on the feminine side. Feminine, please. And here we have like the Knight of Wands. Of course, it's a bit similar to the Knight of Swords. They are both very like driven knights who can sometimes be a bit impulsive, perhaps. And this, the herb to this card is aconite, and it says it's a poisonous herb. So I think for the feminine, for her in this month is going to feel like, even if it's not true, that if there comes in like a suitor, she's going to have difficulties trusting him, because as wonderful as the Knight of Wands can be, he is the least trustworthy of the knights, because he's or you can trust that he is passionate, but you can't trust him to stay. So it depends on how you value relationships and experience. And we can see here with the Six of Pentacles, I mean the Pentacles energy and the Earth energy is a lot more, it's very steady and very giving. So if we give a lot and are very steady to a person who is not steady, perhaps a person who for the moment is drinking a lot of wine and kind of not carrying themselves, it's going to become like a toxic situation. And if we're not balanced, either if we're the one that takes more or the one that gives more, in the end we will both end up in this Five of Pentacles, because it cannot last. It's a lesson that I have learned. You can't keep on taking from someone. You can't take more than they have to give, and you can't keep giving more, because if you deplete your partner, it's not going to be like a nice relationship. And of course you can take turns giving and receiving, but there really has to be this balance in order for both people to be happy. And if both people aren't happy, it usually, well, that's what we should strive for, at least, isn't it? And here in the middle again we find strength with cayenne pepper. So, and in this strength card she's kind of pushing down a tower built on a bad foundation. You can see it has cracks all over and it's old and it wasn't gonna last anyway. So in this card here, which is kind of a common, we're both deciding, like man and feminine, that whatever this there has been something around us that hasn't been working, It could be a group of friends. It can be like a habit that we have, but something that we have built our life, something that we have tried to build. And perhaps it was once working and taking us to like help us to stand up, but now we have decided to get rid of it and try something new. So I see that as very positive, because it takes a lot of strength to kind of kill your darlings or break habits or whatever it can be. So see what the male side says. Anything more for the masculine? We have an 8 of Cups. And in this 8 of Cups, 8 is about returning and coming back. I mean, going away and returning. Going back and forth. And in this picture we can see here is like a new moon, so it's something like in the middle of this moon cycle, when the moon is new, someone will either return or live for a while. But if we were going to follow the track that I have here, with the cups that were empty and the wine, I'm more feeling like this is about kind of returning to good health and to kind of fill these cups here again. And yes, we are leaving this shore, but we're going to something new. I feel this is like a very positive card, because if we are leaving this situation here with the 5 of Cups, and we have the 8, we're going towards like the 9 and the 10 of Cups instead. So I think this card is going to be like the man in this, the male energy collective is going to acknowledge their feelings and to dare to stay in their feelings, perhaps without numbing them with things that numb our feelings. So that's kind of nice. And I lost 2 cards fell out. Let's see. Anything more for the feminine? I think it's this one. Yeah, so we have the King of Swords here. So if this is like you here on like the woman on the left and the man on the right, and if the man wants to come back kind of from his kind of odyssey here, you're going to be on your guard, and you're going to protect your heart here with your intellect or your sword until you're sure that this person is not, that this situation will not become poisonous. And because you want to stay in this nice energy where you have enough for your good health, and where you still can share. And so I think this situation has no choice but to change for the better. Perhaps we really need to sit down and talk about what made us come out of balance, because perhaps you have broken up with someone with this 5 of Pentacles here, when you feel that you're not belonging. And in this reading it feels more like the feminine kept her balance and took a step back after perhaps overgiving, and the man for some reason needed a break to go into his own, and now he's returning. But as we can see here, it's not like the situation is going to end, but I'm gonna pull a couple of more cards perhaps to ask what you're feeling for each other and the outcome. So well, I think we start with ladies first. Ladies first. What are the ladies feeling? And here we have another card with a sword. We have the Queen of Swords, and it's the King of Swords cannot come up twice, but this is saying that you're going to be like both in your masculine and your feminine strength, and you're not gonna let any bullshit pass because she's kind of harsh, but the Queen of Swords has a really big heart, and that's why she needs to protect it, so that people don't take too big pieces from it. But what you're feeling now is kind of you can see how she's turning away here also. So what you're feeling is, I guess, that the feminine has had enough for now. She's not ready to let anyone in. And here we have the masculine's energy, and we have the Two of Swords. So this is kind of I don't want to see, I don't want to hear, and you're blocking your heart here. So well, this is going to be a problem, kind of. Perhaps if the masculine were trying to come back and the feminine kind of gave him the cold shoulder, he's going to turn off his emotions as well. The herb here, though, is passion flower on this Two of Swords, so it kind of tells us that there is a lot of passion, because if we didn't feel so much here in our heart, we didn't need to protect it. Perhaps we should take like a couple of cards for the outcome in the future for this love story. And 2 cards came out, and I think they're the first. No, we have the Strength also, but otherwise we don't have many major arcanas. We have both the Star and the World, so I think that's really beautiful. This is like we all have like someone who we can't stop thinking about, and in this month, like it's going to be clear. For the first, the Star is of course like a wish fulfillment, and it's also about like eternal wisdom and knowledge and something that is written in the stars, something that is destined. And when it comes out like this in the outcome, it's telling me that whatever you two have, that it's something very strong. And in the combination with the World card here, which is the last card in the major arcana, it's like either it's going to be like a closure or it's going to come back. But you see this circle here, it's like it's never over. It's never going to be over between the two of you. Say even if you decide for like this lifetime, it's not going to work. You're going to be born again, and it's still going to be like you're still going to fall in love with like the same soul, and you're going to have this big pull towards one another. So I think the big question here is to find a balance, but I guess it's going to be different for all of you. But we can see the cloud here in the World card. Since it's trying to like blowing air here on this plant, I feel more like this is going to be about revive this this what is destined. The Star card is one of my favorite cards, perhaps because I'm an Aquarius. And both these cards is like whatever happens, it's kind of, it's all good. Even if you should decide to go different routes for now, for this moon cycle that we're reading for, try to like love the other person, even if your ego is going to make it very difficult. You're perhaps going to become like jealous or sad or whatever, but remember how strong and beautiful you are, whether you're the man or the woman in this, and try to think beautiful thoughts about your partner, and try to, every time you start to feel that you're annoyed or angry, try to just feel love for yourself and the other person. Don't be mad at yourself for being angry, and don't be mad at them for being who they are, because we all have like a right to choose. And well, if we can't be with one another, we can kind of like each other and send each other positive thoughts from afar. That's my belief anyway. But the sun is shining here. I'm going to take a walk with my dog. I just wanted to do this first, so I wish you all a very, very good day. And I'm gonna start doing the monthly readings soon for Mars, perhaps tomorrow. But this is for the full moon, the 7th of Mars. I hope you find some guidance. It's a general reading, so it will not resonate with all of us. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in, and take very good care of yourself. Bye bye.